Hi, we are going to talk about a comparison between the language of Barranquilla and Bogotá. The first topic we are going to talk about is the colloquial words. A colloquial words are words or expressions that are used only on that place we are talking about and the surrounding places. For example, in Bogotá we have some words like ¿qué hubo?, that is an abbreviation of ¿qué hubo?, that is a greeting there. Berraco, that is a person that is reckless, fighter, worker. Que oso, that is used when you have an embarrassing situation. And that is the meaning of que boleta. In Barranquilla, we have different expressions like cule, that means a lot of. Cule is a synonym of full. We have two, bollito, that is a girl that is beautiful. Barra, that is what you need to hang out with the bollito. Barro, that is when you don't have barra nor bollito. And billuyo, that's a synonym of barra. And camello, that is what you need to do to get billuyo. We can analyze the colloquial words according to the iceberg model, and it's that the colloquial words are really related to the attitudes towards social status, and people don't tend to consider this. For example, if we see a person of status 6, they had a really good education and they can work where they usually works with people from different parts of the country or internationally. And if they do that, they have to use a more formal way to speak. Whereas the person of status 1, they tend to stay in the part of the country they live, so they can use the colloquial words and the language they learned as a child.
But accent and colloquial words are not the only difference between Barranquilleros and Bogotanos. In fact, they have different ways to speak. I will divide it in two aspects, verbal and not-verbal language. First, verbal. A big difference between Barranquilleros and Bogotanos is that Barranquilleros talk louder than Bogotanos, almost screaming. Another difference is that Barranquilleros change the topic of a conversation easy and quickly. You can lose yourself on a conversation. This is the reason why Barranquilleros can consider it as a multi-active culture, because they talk too much, don't talk louder, and they don't get mad if you interrupt a conversation. Second, non-verbal language. This corresponds to the iceberg theory, specifically to the body language. When Barranquilleros are talking, they use a lot of their hands or they make sounds to explain an action. While, or in contrast, Bogotanos don't use a lot of their body, they just talk and they prefer to only use their words.
In the parties, the Barranquilleros tend to be a more flexible. For example, they don't have a plan, they only enjoy the parties, and the Bogota's people have a schedule of the party. For example, first is the dancing and other things. The next aspect is the music in these parties. For example, in the Barranquilla parties, the song is high and the people maybe can tell between these. But in both cultures have a similar aspect. In the meetings, both cultures have a similar behavior, are punctual, are inflexible, are objective, and other things. For this aspect, the Barranquillas people maybe can consider a multi-act people because in the meetings they don't have a plan and the conversation are not have a one topic and other things like that. And the Bogota's people can be considered a linear active people because in the meetings the topics of the conversation have and the Bogota's people can be considered a linear active people because in the conversation they have one topic and the limited topic and don't change the topic